Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to Gift of Healing TV. I'm Sarah Jane, your hostess, for those of you who haven't watched before. And this week's programme, I am delighted to welcome Jessica Woods, who is going to be sharing FreeFalling, a meditation and energy transmission with us. Jessica, welcome. I'm going to introduce you fully, but I'm just going to say a quick hello to you. Hello, and thank you for joining us.
Oh, hi, Sarah. Thank you so much. Yeah, it's lovely to be here.
Brilliant. Thank you. Let me introduce Jessica to you, folks. Jessica Woods is a therapist and works with individuals to help them overcome a whole host of challenges. She started counselling back in the late 80s, that's 1980s, and later qualified and practiced as an NLP master practitioner. She has since developed her own therapy technique called FreeFall therapy. As a young child, she was highly intuitive and has since used her psychic gifts to help and enable others to access their own natural state of wellness and personal power. Jessica is the founder of FreeFall Therapy, a unique self-healing process which quickly accesses the hidden unconscious aspects of your inner self. Jessica runs innovative, put my teeth back in, sorry folks, transformational workshops and seminars. Alongside, she continues her private practice, giving divine intuitive readings, energy alignments, and FreeFall consultations. She is passionate about empowering people to become conscious, effective agents of change in an ever unfolding, expanding, and changing universe, which of course it very much is. Jessica, welcome to the program, and please share a little how you got started with all of this.
Yeah, thank you. You've covered some points there, didn't you? Saying some of the things that I've been doing. It was quite a mouthful, wasn't it? Yeah. How did I get started? Well, there's always a story. We've all got our own stories, haven't we? Our unique stories. But one of the things I really want to talk to you about tonight is how I actually, kind of like came into doing the therapy side of things. My background, as you say, is always aware of spiritual and that sort of thing, and I would expand on that. But for this evening, I'd like to talk about the energy side of things. My story basically would be like most of us. I think we've had our ups and downs in life, to say the least, and I think that is part of life, isn't it? And it was coming through a lot of adversity myself. I've had 2 marriages, and both those I've survived. Both of them were very difficult, the divorces. I have 3 children, so it was kind of like quite a difficult time for me, the past, certainly with relationships and that sort of thing. And it was because I had those experiences that I could then actually relate to others. And how I really came across it was through my friends, and I'm talking about many years ago, long before I did any counselling training. I had these experiences, and as painful and as upsetting as they can be, these life experiences, it was through those that I then started to see similar patterns in very close friends, and their friends of friends, and I started finding myself in a role of, yes, I understand, so a lot of compassion, a lot of empathy. And that's when I decided to take up the counselling skills and the you do the 2 before you get to the degree. Can't think. Anyway, I did both 2 years of counselling, and really kind of then fully knew how to empathise with people. So that kind of got me on the path, and then I came across NLP, as you said, and I found that quite innovative, because rather than very confined things, which very much I had in my counselling theory, and in fact I was told that I debunked Freud and I was not going to pass and that sort of thing. And actually I did pass, and I did exceptionally well, but I probably didn't come up the grades that I could have got, because I insisted on sticking to my guns and pointing out things. But anyway, so then that kind of put a ceiling limit. I didn't particularly want to go into you know, an establishment that it was very rigid. So I found NLP and was absolutely amazed that you could be so creative. So, you know, that kind of also helped me to really get to know people, really, when you're really you can ask those questions that you want to ask, when you can respond kind of very intuitively. And as you've already said, I'm very intuitive. It's been something that's you know, always been there for me. I'm very aware, I'm very intuitive. So that's kind of really how things progressed for me. I went through my own experiences. I had financial problems. I was bringing up children, virtually a single parent, for many, many years on my own, in, you know, on and off between the two marriages. I think it's through all those knocks and hardships that, and I say, and then you take steps, you go on courses. You know, I've done Reiki and I've done other things like a lot of people. You know, once you find one, you think, oh, this is interesting. So you kind of go on your own, you know, personal journey. And yeah, times have been really quite tough. And it was when I found that really I got great pleasure at being able to see other people transform their lives. And so therefore I found my kind of niche. With regards to the free fall side of it, obviously that was the kind of pinnacle, really. And it was one of the things that I wanted to talk about tonight, because they're kind of they come hand in hand, and that's the energy work that I found myself doing. So I was doing intuitive readings, which obviously, you know, really understanding people and knowing where they were coming from, how they were thinking and feeling, and that sort of thing. And it was through that I then found the energy work, that I could suddenly read somebody's energy and know whether there was a block that was creating a pattern, or some kind of conditioning or something. So I started to explore the unconscious mind, and this is when I really found it you know, really amazing and satisfying, because a lot of people run from the unconscious. I absolutely love it. You know, get in there, let's find out what's going on, because I truly believe that that's where we are, you know, going to resolve any issues, because that's usually where they're stored, obviously, from conditioned responses and programming from childhood, you know, when we don't have much control over that. And so basically I then became, what I realized from doing the energy work, that there wasn't much happening. People weren't really exploring the emotional side of it. People were talking about the mind and, you know, how we got to have positive affirmations and that sort of thing. But I felt there was something missing, and I felt it was on the emotional level. This was obviously quite a few years back, and people weren't really, you know, explaining a lot about our emotions. So that's how the free fall actually started and came about. I started to explore the unconscious, started to explore our emotional body, and being able to read people's energy. I could see that that's really where they were kind of stuck. You know, because say we can have our conscious mind and program it with thoughts, and then that goes into the unconscious. And you know, that we all know about the quantum and the mind body. You know, these days there's so much going on, isn't there? And so many people are sort of talking about it, but still there wasn't much about the emotions. More recently, obviously, a lot of people have realized that if we have got suppressed emotions, then this is where the mind body thing comes in, where the disease is created. And you know, we need to release that. And it's a well-known fact that a lot of people that suppress their emotions do develop things like cancer and disease. So I realized that, you know, working with the unconscious and working with people's energy systems through the emotional link, this is actually how I discovered, I suppose is the correct way to say it, the free fall process. And that's something that I know I'm meeting again, so I should be talking about in great detail. But for tonight, obviously, we're kind of like focusing on a meditation. And I don't know if it's appropriate now to say, but the meditation will be very, very much based on working with your emotions and energy. And there are many forms of meditation, and I'm sure your viewers will have meditated, or certainly be aware of meditation. And meditation can come in, you know, various forms of relaxation. We can do inner stillness meditation. We can do creative visualization, and many other forms. You know, energetic kind of meditation through dance and sound and that sort of thing. But tonight I would like to take people on a kind of inner journey, which will give them an idea of, you know, how we access our inner self, really.
Brilliant. Brilliant. Thank you so much for that. And yeah, I've got a feedback loop going. Sorry, folks. Right, just to thank you for sharing that, and that's great. And we'll go into the meditation briefly. I just want to say, because some of the folks have let us know that they're actually here. We've got Patricia, who's in La Paz, Mexico, Dawn from Dorset, Katie is in Liverpool, Carla is in Southampton, and Christine is in Leamington. So they are 5 of the people who've let us know they're here. So welcome, folks, and welcome to all of you. Lovely to have you here. And feel free, once we've gone through the meditation, to share your experience of it and to ask questions, because that's what we're here for. I think the situation we've had, as with music, with all the meditations that we share on this program, if you would like music playing in the background, please put some on for yourself. We don't want to be breaking any copyright laws, rules, and all the rest of it for people. So please feel free to put some music on in the background for yourselves, quiet enough that you can still hear Jessica. That would be good. And Jessica also commented, she said, I get a lot quieter when I'm, you know, doing a meditation. I said, so do I. So if when Jessica starts the meditation, you need to turn your volume up on, just be aware that we have, I suppose we work with a different voice when we're doing meditation with people. So Jessica, I am going to hand over to you. If you want to explain a little bit more about the meditation, or if you want to go straight into it, I'm handing the floor over to you now.
Lovely, thank you, Sarah. Thank you. Well, this meditation is, as I said, based on kind of accessing a part of your unconscious mind. Your unconscious is infinite, and so are you. In this meditation, you will access an inner sanctuary. It gives you the opportunity to kind of explore your inner self, your unconscious mind, to feel safe and comfortable, and to allow you to know yourself more fully. By accessing our inner mind, we can bring about rapid and instant change on a deeper level of our being. And as I've said, there's many, different types of meditation, but tonight's meditation is a visualization meditation, and in particular I'll be guiding you into an aspect of your unconscious, or your inner mind, as I like to say. And I found that once you've connected with your inner sanctuary, you will find it easy to go back there to reconnect and find inner peace. And when I created this meditation, I found it just really easy. Sometimes just with my eyes open, I can actually imagine I'm back there and immediately recreate that sense of kind of inner peace. This meditation will also include an energy transmission, which can accelerate and heal the mind and body. The reason that I've chosen to do that this evening is because, as I said, I work a lot with people's energy, and it's how I kind of came about finding the FreeFall process itself. So I thought that it would be lovely to share that with you. So the activations that go along with the meditation will help clear out the energy and blocks in you that are preventing you from changing negative programming and conditioning. The activations will help you connect with unconditional love for self and for others, and also the 5th dimensional grid system and Christ consciousness. So it's kind of like a very heart-centered approach that we're moving into at this time, as we're aware. So I will be silent when the activations are taking place. So there's going to be moments in the meditation when I will be quiet, and it's not because we've gone off grid as such. We're just going to be there. So when you're a seasoned meditator or new to it, I just want you to relax and enjoy it for the next 20 minutes or so. So what I would say is, for anybody that might possibly fall asleep in meditations, this is a creative visualization meditation, as I say, so the chances are you probably won't feel sleepy. But if you know that you're a type that can be, or if you've had a really particularly hard day, it might be a good idea to imagine yourself sat very upright, and kind of like imagine you've got a cord that's pulling you up. That's what I like to say. So to stop from falling asleep. But if you do, that's absolutely okay, because your unconscious will have heard this on some level anyway. So I think that's it. So if you want to start by getting comfortable, sitting quietly, obviously. I'm assuming you've got your phones turned off and everybody's giving you some space. And I'd like you to set your intention to make contact with your divine self, to open to it, and to receive its energy, love, inspiration, and all the transformation, awareness, and gifts of consciousness it is always offering to you. So go ahead and give yourself permission to let your body relax. And imagine you are sinking into the most comfortable of places, real or imagined. Let go of any thoughts. And imagine that you are infinite intelligence, unconditional love, and all-knowing wisdom, looking out through your eyes. Sense the I within you that is always present, that which is pure awareness. Becoming more aware of your own eternal self. Awareness and energy flowing through your heart center into every particle of your being, filling yourself up with your divine self. And let your mind come completely to rest, to a state of inner stillness, with nothing to do or think about, even if just for a moment. Let go of any thoughts about the outer world. Go within, asking for your divine self to draw you into itself. You can make the connection to your divine self even stronger by having the intention to release any thoughts or beliefs that may be an obstacle to contacting your divine self or to receiving its gifts. You are a being of light, and I want you to remember this as you close your eyes if you haven't already. Imagine now the divine light that resides in the higher dimensions is all that you can see. If you're not visual or seeing anything, just imagine radiant light pouring down upon you from the heavenly dimensions of finer light. See it in your mind's eye, filling your entire being, as if you are being lit up from the inside out. Remembering once again that you are light. Ground this light with intention to do so now, all the way down to the center of the earth. Noticing the connection to the earth below you and the connection to the cosmos way above you, and sensing your own self filled with divine light. All you can see is light. The light is so beautiful, so bright. Become aware of a doorway opening in your mind. You may sense this more as an inner knowing, or you may clearly see the door opening in front of you. The light is drawing you towards this door as it opens more fully now. Beyond the doorway is a room. This is no ordinary room. This room is special. A place of deep inner transformation. An inner sanctuary that gives you a place to settle into your body and check in with your thoughts, sensations, emotions, and visions. No one is allowed in this room except by special invitation, and only then the highest beings of light, masters, angels, or guides can presence here at your request. Sometimes you will especially want to be here all alone with yourself. Imagine now you are standing in the doorway to this very special room. As you enter the room now, the door gently closes behind you. You are alone in this special place. A feeling of peace and tranquility surrounds you. As you familiarize yourself with this room, notice a large window that runs all the way across one wall of your room. You might like to imagine that there are 2 glass doors along the glass wall that lead out onto a big, beautiful balcony, if you wish. Notice the other 3 walls around your room. And notice the floor beneath your feet, ceiling above your head. Feel the sense of peace and freedom that prevails in your room. If it feels like you're making it up, that's okay. Take a seat and imagine yourself sitting in a comfortable chair, couch or throne, and imagine looking out of these windows. Notice what is outside the room. Perhaps there is a veranda if you have one. Mountains in the distance. A crystal city in view. Maybe your room is a mountain cabin, a glen in the forest, or the most beautiful gardens. Take a look around your special room, your sanctuary. Get a sense of the expansiveness of it, just the size that is right for you. Notice what is in your room, the textures, smell, sounds, perhaps of tinkling bells or soft music floating on the air. Use your senses to explore this sacred space. Notice what furniture, pictures, furnishings, flooring, lighting, whatever may be on the walls or ceiling. Getting even more comfortable, safe, relaxed, and at home in your magical place inside yourself. Settle yourself into your comfortable, cozy seat and relax even more. This is welcoming, quiet space just for you. This room protects you against enmeshment by giving you a private place to be. Think of this room as a hermitage, a sanctuary, a place from which you maintain your self-knowledge and equilibrium. Relax and allow your mind to become clear like a mountain lake. Your emotions calm, your body completely at ease. Allowing serenity and harmony to prevail. Be still. Be silent. Just be. Take a moment to completely relax and be fully aware of your surroundings. Intend now to invite a high vibrational being, guide, angel or master to join you in one of the chairs in your room. A being that can assist you in opening to the higher dimensions and planes of existence, to receiving more self-love and unconditional love for others. You do not have to be aware of a being to work with you, although you may experience an increasing sense of aliveness, feeling of unconditional love, joy, and radiant light all about you. This master, angel or guide wants to work with you to make your connection to the higher planes stronger, clearer, and wants to assist you now to open your heart more fully and completely. As you take on the higher vibrations available to you now, your life can become more joyful, more peaceful, more loving. Notice what you can about this being. The radiant higher frequency energies being transmitted to you now. Have a strong sense of inner knowingness and connect fully with the being and the energy that is flowing to you. Be open now to what you hear, see, feel, or sense. You may have a strong sense you are connecting, or it may feel like you are making it up or nothing's happening. That's okay. Whatever you experience is just right for your increasing levels of awareness at this time. Whether you are aware of it or not, this angel or guide wants to help you to open your inner eyes and heart in order to communicate with you directly, so that you are more open and receptive to hearing inner messages and higher guidance more easily, so that you can channel, receive, and share the information in a loving yet direct, positive way with others. This being will assist you in opening your throat chakra to simply communicate the messages you are receiving and speak your truth naturally. Be open to receive this transmission now. This being is supporting you to open your heart chakra by holding the space for unconditional love to flow more freely through you now. In allowing this, you will be more open to giving and receiving more love and compassion for both yourself and others. Be open to receive this transmission now. This being is working with you to make changes to your DNA, to create miracles in your life, connecting you to the fifth dimensional grid system, to create unbounded, unconditional love in your physical body. Allow these energies to be activated on all levels of your being as you open yourself completely to receive the divine energies flowing in and around you as you receive this transmission now. This being is working with your energies to increase your capacity to receive more and more light, so you are able to reach upwards, higher and higher, more and more open to your divine self and divine light. Let your mind come to a state of inner stillness as these energies are being transmitted to you now. Take the opportunity now to channel and receive any higher guidance or message from this being or guide. I will leave you to ask any questions or receive any information or guidance to be shared with you now. Now give thanks to the being of light as you share one last moment before leaving you alone in your room. This is your inner sanctuary, your own private inner space. No one other than you and high beings of light can be here with you, and only if you invite them in. Think of this room as a hermitage, a sanctuary, a haven, a peaceful place where you can just be alone with yourself. Focus your attention gently on the space in your room. Notice what you notice, perhaps something that you hadn't before. Know that whenever you choose, you can return here. Your room may change. You may notice things you haven't before. You can return here anytime you like. And return here anytime you feel the need to relax, to be at peace with yourself, to leave the outside world behind, even for only a short time. It is a place that if you choose, you can connect with higher beings of light that are supportive in increasing your capacity to take on more and more higher frequencies of energy and light. So look for a signal now that lets you know when it's time to go into your room. It may be a physical sign. Be open to what presents itself. Now, when you are ready, it is time to return to your normal waking state. So notice the door opening with the bright light streaming through. Go through the doorway, noticing the door gently closing behind you. Feel yourself being filled up with divine light of transformation and unconditional love once again as you begin to become aware of your body, focusing your attention on your breathing and bringing back with you a sense of peace, a sense of calm, yet feeling alert, wide awake and refreshed. Begin to become fully aware of your body, your surroundings as you open your eyes now and return fully and completely back, knowing you've made a significant and lasting change.
Thank you very much for that.
You're welcome. I hope you enjoyed it.
I'm not really the best of people with meditations. I'm not great at visualizing things and whatever. And as much as I am very aware I heard every word you said, I think I did my usual trick of not being there. There seriously, so there seriously are times that I seem to go totally off and I just don't know where. And it's almost as if I'm taken out of the equation so that whatever needs to happen can happen, so that my head can't get in the way.
To be honest, I do recognise that occasionally happens with me, but it certainly happens with clients and things as well. There's some people that they they just can't stay with it. And as I said in the beginning, it's actually okay, because on some level you've heard what you need to hear, and you've received what you've needed to receive. So
yeah,
I hope, as I say, everybody's on some level of recognizes that, really.
Oh, absolutely. And people will have taken exactly what they need to out of that. And this is what I love about this. I totally trust. I totally trust that I have received everything I needed to, and I received it at the level I needed to.
Yes.
For whatever's come. I may never know what it is, but it'll be exactly right. So so yeah, brilliant. We've got a hi from Jerry in the US. So I hope you joined us at the right time to be able to join in with that Jerry. And we've got Christine, as usual. Jess, I drifted off. so,
Oh,
so I'm assuming that's somebody that you know.
Yes, if that's, yes, I know who that is. Yes.
Okay, brilliant. Okay, Maggie says that was amazing. Thank you, Jessica. So, folks, please, if you've got anything you want to share, if you've got anything that you want to ask, please do. Okay, Carla says, I nearly did too, but I know I got the loving vibes from it.
Thank you, Carla.
Yeah, so I'm assuming from this, looking at where people are from, that sort of some of these people are definitely people that you know you.
I recognise some names, so I'm assuming, and tuning into the energies. Yes, very much so. I can feel their energies very strongly. Yeah.
Brilliant, brilliant.
Although I'm doing the meditation, I'm very aware of the energies that's being created in the process. So.
Excellent, excellent. Patricia says it was great. Thank you, Jessica.
Oh, thank you, Patricia.
So, okay, if anybody has got any questions, please type them in right now, because we are coming to the close of Dawn. I love the visualization. Feel really relaxed. Thank you.
That's lovely. What I would say to people is, this was a visualization meditation, obviously, and I know not everybody, as you say, is visual, but it's not so much that you have to be visual, but I think what's important here is knowing that within us there is every aspect that we could possibly imagine. There's a part of us that likes this, there's an aspect of us that doesn't like that. We've got everything within us and within our unconscious, and it remembers everything. And when we, for example, go, as we did there, went into an inner sanctuary, you can call it what you like, that I call it an inner sanctuary, it's what's really beneficial is being able to return there, even if you're not visual. Just have the intention to connect with light, and go through that doorway, be in your room. And what I often find is that even that people aren't visual, they still get a real strong sense of that room, and you can be in there and be peaceful, and you can do that sort of anyway. You don't have to go off and meditate. That's another reason I chose to do this one. You don't have to lay down or find 20 minutes. You can literally just connect with that energy there. Yeah. And every time you do, you will feel that peace and those benefits, or whatever it is that you've experienced, or even just that drifting off. Obviously not while you're driving, so I wouldn't suggest you do it then, but any other time. Yes.
Yes, no, definitely not when driving. Not recommended. Philippa says that was great, Jessica. Thank you.
Thank
you. Okay, so you've obviously just shared a little bit. Is there, because you're going to be back with us in mid-October, when you're going to be sharing an exercise with us.
Yeah.
Is there any little thing that you'd like to share with us before we bring the program to a close? And we will share your website as well, and that will go onto the YouTube video, and it's already being shared on the Gift of Healing TV website as well.
Thank you. Well, obviously, I'd just like to thank you, Sarah, because what I think you're doing with this Gift of Healing TV is amazing. The people that you're having on here, sharing all their wonderful experiences, and and the things that you are, I think it's amazing. So thank you. Obviously, want to thank everybody for joining us this evening, or if they're listening to this meditation or this program later on YouTube. You know, I hope they will enjoy it. But yes, I would like to say a little bit about next when I can't remember, is it the 14th of October, I believe, isn't it? Is that, I think it is. Anyway, 14th of October. I'm really looking forward to that, because I'm going to be talking more about the unconscious, and as you say, it's an evening of doing an exercise. So there's an amazing exercise that I created before the actual free fall technique and process, which I will then be sharing again later. But and it's a wonderful way of clearing our energies and keeping us, you know, in that positive frame of mind, which we all need. You know, but it's not by, you know, complete you know, what am I trying to say? By doing affirmations, they are amazing and they're brilliant, but this actually will connect with your inner self, and yeah, it's an amazing technique. So I look forward to coming back and sharing that with everyone.
Brilliant, brilliant. Thank you so much. Thank you. Patricia said the connection is beyond the 12. I think that's meant to be dimensions. And Lorna says, brilliant. Thank you, Jessica. Christine, lost my connection. So bye. Oh, right. Okay. Well, people can come back and watch, you know, the YouTube video. For those of you watching the YouTube video, sorry about that. But that's brilliant. And Jessica's website is www.jessicawoods.co.uk. So if you want to sort of, and as I said, if you're watching the YouTube video, I will put that underneath. Feel free to come back to us, connect through the replays under the YouTube video, ask questions. I tend to get notifications of all of that. So please feel free to ask questions. And if there's any questions for Jessica, I'm happy to forward those on to her for her to answer those. So feel free to do that, folks. That's why we share all of this, not so that this is all you get. It's so that you can investigate further if you wish to. So please do that. So brilliant. Now, next week, we have a panel discussion, and we're going to be discussing empowering self. And I've got 3 amazing guests who all coming from their own experiences, their life experiences, all very different. And as you're going to find with every single guest that I have on this program, we've all gone through our own stuff. And it's about, we do understand, if you're at the beginning of your journey, we understand being at the beginning of your journey. We really, really do. And, you know, not knowing how to, so empowering self, it's about being true to, I know we've done similar type, but we're coming at it again from a slightly different point of view. Do come and join us again next week. We'd love to have you. And please, questions we love from you. You know, your comments are great, but questions we love. So thank you, Jessica, for being with us this week. Thank you, folks, for watching. I look forward to you joining us again next week and future weeks. And have a wonderful, wonderful week. And we'll see you again soon. Love, peace, and light to you all. Namaste.